Hi, this is Alan Shimel, DevOps.com here at Chef Conference 2016, Austin, and we have our Boulder contingent in place. Happy to be joined by Jason Hand of VictorOps, a Boulder company, and the one and only Andi Mann of Splunk, who lives in Boulder. Guys, welcome.
Good to be here.
Not too big a drive or flight from Boulder to Austin.
No, you barely get time for service. Exactly.
Absolutely, but it's all good. It's all good. So both Splunk and VictorOps are sponsoring DevOps.com. Oh, excuse me. Well, you do sponsor DevOps.com, but also Chef Conference. And I'd like to just ask quickly, what do you guys, what's the connection? Let's start with VictorOps.
Yeah, actually, I thought I'd kind of point out today's keynotes were awesome, and the one thing that really stood out for me was the workflow and the visibility aspect of the new Automate piece. I immediately saw, what I saw on the screen makes me want to go and kind of play around with the visibility piece and see what we can do to integrate that into VictorOps, because it seems like that's going to become a critical piece that people want to be on call, or people that are on call want to be paged about.
Sure. And
know more about context of what's going on. So to me, that's been the most exciting thing so far, is learning about that.
I thought, again, the keynotes this morning were just amazing.
Yeah.
Andy, how about you? What about Splunk?
Yeah, very similar sort of thing. We saw the announcement around Automate. The visibility stuff is really interesting. Also the insect, understanding the compliance aspects. Part of what Splunk is trying to do, we've got a lot of customers who use Chef. We've already got an app for Chef, so we've already got some integration there. But I'd love to see more of that information surfacing, to connect it with the entire workflow from, and they talked today about getting your idea shipped. What is that process, that workflow from idea to shipping, and getting the analytics of all of that phase around the velocity, the quality, what impact are you having on business, and surfacing that so that we can, work with our Chef customers so that they can see all of that information as well.
Absolutely. You guys, you both hit on that, and this is this automation theme. And, one of the things, in my humble opinion about it is, we used to talk about Chef automating, in essence, service setups or instances in AWS or Azure or something like that. But we're now talking what I call end-to-end automation, right? And it's automating, as you said, from here to shipping, right? From design to shipping. We saw Alaska Airlines talking about it, from checking in online to checking your luggage to getting it. We live in interesting times, right? But it also creates opportunities for companies like Splunk, for companies certainly like VictorOps, where that automation of the entire life cycle of business, and it's not just development anymore, right?
No.
And it's certainly even not just operations, right? It's the entire business life cycle is being automated rapidly.
Well, right, and I think one of the things that's starting to surface in a lot of the conversations, and we're hearing it in keynotes and just different speakers, is that as far as the pipeline goes, that's where a lot of the focus has been on automating stuff, but you still have to pay close attention to what's going on, and of course services like Splunk and VictorOps helps you keep an eye on that. But what's starting to become more of the conversation is, don't just pay attention to the technical details and technical aspects of what might be problematic throughout that pipeline, but also the business value.
Yeah.
Like what, they keep saying we just want to ship it as soon as possible and delight, if you delay in your delighting of customers, that's a problem. So the fact that they're starting to find ways to bring this, configuration management, the details of that, and bring that into the forefront a little bit, so that people know what's going on throughout the entire pipeline as it relates to the business objectives, I think is really cool. And it's kind of, to me, speaks to the maturity of the whole industry in terms of moving away from just paying attention to CPU load and the basic stuff that we've always been monitoring and alerting on.
No, I think we are learning to monitor the business, and that's huge for IT, especially well, we're all been around the block a few times, right? I mean, we've seen IT grow up into really managing the business, right? It wasn't just managing a computer or a laptop or a beeper or a phone or what have you. And it's a great time to be alive.
Yeah, look, I mean, IT is not just a cost center anymore.
Right.
IT is a strategic asset. And you look at the new technology-based companies, and that's what they're doing. They're providing IT solutions to drive that real business outcome. And so you're exactly right. I mean, understanding how does IT deliver an outcome, automating that process, but also making sure that you see what's going on, that you're ready to fix things when they go wrong, and respond quickly, because anything can break that
fixing,
process.
automate fixing even. I mean,
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just good. And of course, that's a ton of what you guys do with the alerting and everything else. But anyway, guys, we're just about out of time. I apologize. I wish we had an hour or two to talk, but
That'd be great.
maybe we'll catch up individually outside of ChefConf.
I'd
Yeah.
love that.
Next time I'm in
Fantastic.
Boulder.
Totally, that'd be great. Well,
We'll get together. That'll
Yeah.
work. All right. From Boulder to Austin, this is Alan Shimel from DevOps.com with Jason Hand of VictorOps, Andi Mann of Splunk. Have a great day.